front and rear, nothing mechanically dramatic going on, just suspension changes. I would think they're probably putting on a full qualifying spec right now. That involves a lot, and if we're correct in what we were saying earlier about moving the weight ballast, that's probably why they've had the car in bits. Also, don't forget, when they go out in qualifying, they're running very different traction control settings as well, maybe as much as 10%, whereas normally in the race they'd be down to about a 5% traction control. But interesting to see the contrast between Juan Pablo's car there, and if you can just pan over to Ralph, just sitting quietly in his car, helmet off, balaclava on, as is his fashion. Not much going on around his car at all. So I think it sums it up, as Ron Dennis said, you know, at the moment the Michelin teams, the top Michelin teams, are really scrabbling for grip and making all the changes they can to try and find some.
Well, interesting to see that, Peter. Thank you very much. And as we've seen really over the weekend so far, Ralph has been reasonably happy with the handling of his car, at least feeling that he's getting the best out of it, and that would seem to be borne by the fact that they're not making many changes. Montoya much less happy, and they're working a lot harder. Yeah, there's about a tenth of a second between Ralph in 11th and Montoya in 13th, so they're not a great deal of difference, but it's how those two drivers are achieving their performance. If you can achieve that time in a relatively comfortable fashion, and you are happy fundamentally with the balance, not necessarily with the time, then you can certainly work on the speed. Now across the line goes Nick Heidfeld, and he holds on to his current 10th place. Davidson's on